Dumbledore's Firestorm. Dumbledore's Firestorm is the moment you realize every defense against the dark arts teacher could have retired early if Hogwarts had just hired this man to teach advanced incineration. In Half-Blood Prince, inside the Horcrux cave, the Fiendfyre rise from the water like a zombie Black Friday sale, and Dumbledore answers by surrounding Harry with a spinning dome of fire that wipes out an entire undead army in seconds. Here's what makes it special. It's precise. Dumbledore channels it through his wand with absolute control, guiding the flames like he's conducting an orchestra made of lava. It's selective. The fire obliterates Fiendfyre instantly, but never touches Harry. And it's exclusive. Not a single other wizard has ever replicated anything close to it. Sorry, Voldemort, one of the spell's requirements is having a nose. And here's the part nobody talks about. The cave itself was designed to cancel most magic. Voldemort layered the place with enchantments meant to weaken intruders, confuse them, and drain their strength. The fact that Dumbledore could still summon a full inferno indoors surrounded by dark water in a magically hostile environment is absurd. It's like casting a Patronus inside a Dementor convention and getting a stag the size of a dragon. Honestly, at this point Dumbledore isn't a wizard, he's a secret firebender trained by Uncle Iroh. Blood-pact magic. Blood-pact magic is ancient, ultra-rare, and so obscure that even the Ministry doesn't have a regulation form for it. The only confirmed pact in canon is between Dumbledore and Grindelwald, shown in Fantastic Beasts. By merging drops of their blood, they created a magical contract that prevents one from directly attacking the other. Basically an unbreakable vow with better special effects and worse relationship outcomes. What makes it special is its permanence. You can't break it, you must destroy the physical vessel that holds the pact. That's why Dumbledore spends years figuring out how to shatter the small vial containing their blood. Odd mystery. It's unclear whether blood pact magic is banned or simply so dangerous that no one is stupid enough to teach it. Absurd use case, perfect for toxic friendships. I can't fight you, the magic won't let me. Legilimency. Legilimency is the wizarding world's polite way of saying, I can read your mind, but with manners. It's not literally mind reading, you're not downloading someone's thoughts like a pensive USB. It's about sensing emotions, memories, and surface thoughts when the victim's defenses slip. Canon masters include Snape, Voldemort, and Queenie Goldstein. Three people you definitely don't want inside your head for very different reasons. What makes this spell terrifying is how silently it works. No wand wave required, no incantation, just eye contact and trauma. Why it's basically forbidden socially, it violates privacy harder than Rita Skeeter with a quick quotes quill. It's not banned by the Ministry, but using it casually would get you hexed at any wizarding Christmas dinner. Absurd use case, detect if your friend actually liked your cooking. Maledictus Blood Curse. The Maledictus Curse is one of the darkest magical conditions in the wizarding world. A hereditary blood curse that slowly transforms its carrier into a beast permanently. Nagini is the best known Maledictus, fated to turn into a snake after years of uncontrollable transformations. Important distinction, this is not any Magus magic, not Metamorph Magus talent, and not a choice. It's a curse that worsens over time, passed down from mother to daughter, and magically irreversible once the final transformation happens. Most fans don't realize Nagini actually appears in Fantastic Beasts in her human form, and we literally watch her transform on screen, one of the only times the franchise shows the curse in action. Canon mystery. The exact origins of Maledictus curses are unknown. Dark magic, ancient punishment, bloodline corruption, we never get an answer. And a plot hole fans love? If Nagini becomes permanently non-human, how much did Voldemort know about her past? Was he aware or just traumatizing another employee? Protego Diabolica. Protego Diabolica is the spell Grindelwald uses in Crimes of Grindelwald to separate loyal followers from everyone who will immediately die. It creates a ring of blue fire that recognizes intent. Step through with loyalty and you're fine. Hesitate and you're cremated faster than a Hogwarts OWL results letter. What makes it terrifying is the built-in allegiance scan. The flame doesn't just block attacks, it judges you. decides whether you're on Grindelwald's side and delivers instant consequences. It's basically the Sorting Hat if the Sorting Hat were a war crime. Quick note, the spell is exclusively Grindelwald's so far. No record of anyone else casting it, not even Voldemort, who probably watched the scene and thought, unnecessary theatrics. A simple Avada would do. We also asked Snape what he thinks of Protego Diabolica. His reply, "Blue fire. It appears the Smurfs have finally found a practical use. The wild part is how the fire behaves. It doesn't burn, it erases. Victims vanish instantly, almost like the flames overwrite them, and the fire reacts to hesitation in real time, suggesting Protego Diabolica isn't just elemental magic, it's Grindelwald's intent made visible, a spell fueled by emotion rather than heat. Absurd use case, the ultimate did you cheat test. Invite your ex to walk through it, instant answers, minimal paperwork. Fiendfyre. Fiendfyre is what happens when a wizard casts Incendio after skipping anger management for 20 years. It's one of the darkest, most uncontrollable types of cursed fire in existence. Alive, predatory, and capable of taking the shape of giant flaming beasts. Crabbe uses it in Deathly Hallows and the spell instantly goes, cool, I'm a dragon now. Fun fact, Fiendfyre can burn through Horcrux protections, which makes it one of the very few forces in the series powerful enough to destroy Voldemort's soul fragments. The catch, controlling it is nearly impossible. Even highly trained dark wizards avoid it because it consumes everything, including the caster. Dumbledore specifically warns against using it at Hogwarts, because even successful containment leaves a mess. Translation? Please don't set the school on fire, children. Absurd use case? Great for cleaning your room if you don't mind losing the room, the house, and possibly the continent. Apparition. Voldemort's apparition is basically apparition on expert difficulty. Normal wizards have to obey anti-apparition wizards, take classes, practice the 3Ds, and pray they don't leave a leg behind. Voldemort, he ignores every rule like he's skipping the terms and conditions. Quick note, Voldemort can fly while apparating and bypass protections that block everyone else. Rowling confirmed he learned these abilities through extreme dark arts and experimentation, meaning this isn't standard magic. This is, I modified the operating system magic. We see him apparate inside Hogwarts grounds, something explicitly forbidden for students, unless you're a resurrected Dark Lord who refuses to walk like a normal person. Weird detail, his apparition is always accompanied by smoke-like distortion, hinting that he's partially manifesting through shadow, not space. Priori incantatum. Priori incantatum isn't just wand connection, it's a magical glitch caused when two sibling wands share the same core. In Goblet of Fire, Harry and Voldemort's wands both contain Fawkes' phoenix feather, so when they duel, the spells lock into a golden beam clash that behaves like the world's deadliest tug of war. Canon facts, the phenomenon forces the stronger wand to regurgitate past spells in reverse order. It's not a dual skill. Harry didn't win. Voldemort's wand was forced into a rollback. The more dark magic in the wand's history, the more horrifying the echo sequence becomes. Wild implication, if someone else had a wand twin, they could trigger Priori Incantatum too, meaning this wasn't destiny, it was customer service trivia from Ollivander. And the biggest plot hole, Priori Incantatum only works with twin cores, yet Voldemort never considers this when rebuilding his body, or his wand's strategy. Also, why didn't his wand regurgitate all his murders? Selective memory issues and magical hardware, apparently. Love Shield spell. Lily's protection is the closest thing the series has to divine magic. When she sacrifices herself for Harry, she creates an ancient magical bond that makes Harry literally untouchable by Voldemort. It's not a spell Lily casts, it's magic triggered by choosing to die to save someone else. The crazy part? Voldemort's curse rebounds because he knew not love, meaning the magic didn't just fail, it actively punished him. It left Harry protected for years and even gave Voldemort's new body Harry's blood protection. Awkward. What makes it special is its exclusivity. You can't learn it, mimic it, or teach it at Hogwarts. It only activates when someone chooses sacrifice without hesitation. It's the rarest, most powerful spell in the franchise. Unbreakable Vow. The Unbreakable Vow is magical contract law with the death penalty as a clause. Two wizards clasp hands, a third seals the agreement, and if the vow maker breaks the promise, instant death. No no trial, no appeals, no ministry paperwork, just poof, you're gone. This spell binds to intent, not wording. So, if you promise to protect someone, the vow can kill you for interpreting that too loosely. It's basically wizard insurance fraud waiting to happen. Why it's terrifying? You don't feel the consequences until you violate the terms. The spell sits quietly in your magic like a dormant landmine. Fun mystery. Why don't Dark Lords use this more often? Imagine Voldemort making Death Eaters sign NDAs that literally kill you. Absurd use case? Great for making your friends commit to actually showing up on time. Sectumsempra. Sectumsempra is Snape's homemade nightmare fuel, a curse he created as a student and scribbled into a textbook like it was a fun extra credit idea. The spell slashes the target with invisible, deep wounds. Basically, magical razor blades flying at lethal speed. Fun fact, Snape designed it specifically for enemies, which makes you wonder what kind of high school life he had. The wounds can bleed out instantly unless countered by Vulnera Senatur, a healing incantation Snape also created. Man invented both the problem and the patch. This spell is dangerous because it's louder than dark arts textbooks want to admit. It causes physical damage so intense that not even St. Mungo's has a standard treatment for it. Plot hole curiosity? How did no teacher ever question that Harry suddenly knew a spell that behaves like a chainsaw? Hogwarts desperately needs better plagiarism detection. Absurd use case? Great for slicing bread if you hate the loaf and want it erased from existence. Avada Kedavra. Avada Kedavra is the wizarding world's most iconic "you're done" button. No sparks, no wounds, no dramatic collapse. Just instant unnatural death. The spell is terrifying because it bypasses everything. Shields, armor, magical protection, even plot armor if your name isn't Harry Potter. Fun fact, you can't block it with a shield charm. You can't dodge it, outrun it, or hide behind physical objects. Wizards are basically playing laser tag with permanent consequences. Also, Avada Kedavra doesn't work unless the caster truly means it. You can't accidentally kill someone with it. That's why Hogwarts never had an oops, wrong spell tragedy. And honestly, for a mythical killing curse, Avada Kedavra has terrible accuracy. Harry dodges it so often it becomes Avada Stupidavra. It's embarrassing when your ultimate curse keeps getting beaten by a level 1 starter spell like Expelliarmus. Absurd use case, perfect for eliminating spiders, bills, or any object you don't want to deal with again, though the ministry strongly recommends traditional pest control. Voldemort's Resurrection Ritual. Voldemort's Resurrection Ritual in Goblet of Fire is dark magic with a recipe list straight from a cursed cookbook. Bone of the feather, flesh of the servant, and blood of the enemy. The ritual restores Voldemort's body through parasitic magic, rebuilding him from a spectral form into a fully physical dark wizard. It's one of the few spells that mixes ancient necromancy, potion craft, sacrificial ties, and wand-based sorcery all at once. Fun fact, Harry's blood doesn't just revive him, it grants Voldemort access to Lily's protection, meaning the ritual accidentally binds them together. Voldemort wins the power of love by complete accident, which might be the funniest irony in the entire series. What makes the ritual terrifying? It's irreversible, illegal, and impossible to counter. You can't unresurrect a Dark Lord. Cave Potion. The Cave Potion is the most sadistic security system in the series. Voldemort guards the Horcrux locket with a cauldron full of shimmering green liquid that forces the drinker into hallucinations, agony, paralysis, and helplessness. And the only way to retrieve the Horcrux is to drink every last drop. This potion can't be vanished, scooped, or bypassed magically. It must be consumed. The effects vary by person, but for Dumbledore it triggers memories, fear, and pain so intense he begs for water. Exactly what Voldemort planned, because drinking water summons the Fiendfyre. What makes this potion horrifying is the lack of antidote. There's no counter curse, no cure, no healing charm that stops it. You endure it or you die during it. Plot hole. Voldemort invented this but couldn't put a simple alarm spell on the cave. Inferious Animation. Inferious Animation is necromancy with extra steps. The dark arts technique used to turn corpses into obedient undead puppets. Voldemort hides an entire Fiendfyre army in the cave in Half-Blood Prince. science, proving he didn't just master the spell, he industrialized it. Important distinction. Fiendfyre aren't zombies, they don't think, don't heal, don't feel. They simply follow commands, like terrifying magical Roombas with grabby hands. They avoid light and fear fire, which makes it hilarious that Voldemort didn't prepare a single fire enchantment in his precious cave. What makes the animation spell forbidden is simple. You need a corpse, dark magic, and the moral compass of a soggy potato. It's illegal, horrifying, and magically exhausting. Taboo Curse. The Taboo Curse is Voldemort's magical surveillance system, a spell that turns his own name into a tracking beacon. Say Voldemort and the Death Eaters instantly know where you are. It's basically wizard GPS, but powered by fear and fascism. This spell overrides magical protections. Even strong concealment spells like the ones protecting the trio's tents collapse the moment Harry says the name. That's how the Snatchers find them. Not plot armor, not coincidence, just a Dark Lord who optimized his brand name for stalking. Most fans don't realize this is the real reason nobody wanted to say his name. It wasn't just superstition. Saying Voldemort literally pinged your location, which is why everyone defaulted to you-know-who or he who must not be named. What makes the taboo terrifying is how subtle it is. There's no flash, no sound, no warning. You speak the name and you already lost. Plot hole fans ask, if Voldemort could do this, why didn't he taboo Harry Potter, Horcrux, or even Cup? The man had range, but questionable priorities. Langlock. Langlock is one of Snape's lesser-known inventions, but easily one of his most chaotic. A spell that glues the victim's tongue to the roof of their mouth, instantly silencing them. No chanting, no wand-twisting theatrics, just immediate, nope, you're done talking. Harry discovers it in the Half-Blood Prince's textbook and uses it on Peeves first, which is hilarious because it's the only time in the series someone successfully shuts Peeves up without needing divine intervention. Canon detail, Langlock isn't dark magic, but it's definitely the kind of spell teachers wouldn't approve of. Worse, it's insanely effective because most spells in the wizarding world require spoken incantations. You're not just muting someone, you're disarming their entire spellbook. Snape inventing this as a teenager is peak gifted but problematic. This man basically created a magical mute button for anyone who annoyed him in class. Now, let's talk about the 7 levels of spells in Harry Potter. That's your next lesson at Stickman Hogwarts. Snape's waiting. Click now before he locks the door.